Hello and welcome. It is finally here.
We're back.
Week 1 of the 2025 NFL season. Game picks. And dude, oh my gosh. I'm so happy to be in this seat right now with you two. We got also AJ behind the scenes producing this one. Shout out AJ. But man, week 1 is here and I've been busting my balls to get this setup going.
New digs.
We appreciate it, bro.
Up to the
new
wire.
digs.
Up to the wire. These boys been chilling, waiting for me to set this up. But we are at the 441 podcast studio. This is the first thing that is ever being filmed here, and I'm really excited to launch this. But more from that later. But let's talk about the offseason, right? So
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
So I would like to lead this off,
Go for it.
but Joey has the biggest news before kickoff. So let's take it to Joey. Joey, what happened this offseason?
Yeah, man. For a while, we get into this offseason. We lose the Eagles last year. I'm like, we got to make a couple moves here, man. I'm not just going to sit here and roll back into this season with the same team that we have, okay? We need to make some serious improvements on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. They went ahead. They drafted a first-round wide receiver finally in Matthew Golden. They helped us out there. They gave us what we wanted. We're feeling a little good. And then, free agency and everything got a little flat. And, we're rolling around. We're a week till the season, and we're about to pick up. And then the biggest news of the offseason, Micah Parsons gets traded to the Green Bay Packers for 2 first-round picks. Kenny Clark, thank you for your contributions, but you're in Dallas now. Micah Parsons is a Packer. I can't wait to see him play week 1, guys. Hopefully he does play week 1. We'll get into that a little bit later, but man, I could not believe that the Packers would ever make a move of this magnitude in my entire life, and when they did, I think I blacked out for like 30 solid minutes.
Well, I was there for when it happened. It happened on Chris's birthday, which is absolutely hilarious.
Texted me happy birthday.
Yeah, he texted Joey happy birthday, and Joey is jumping up. We all work together, so we were at work as this happened, and Joey's just jumping up and down. We got Micah Parsons.
I literally started running.
So, running around the office. It was
started running. I was mid-conversation with my boss.
There.
Oh, dude, yeah. I was almost embarrassed that I even did it, but I don't give a shit. We have Micah Parsons and nobody else does. I'm so fucking hyped up about it.
Joey gets really hyped when it comes to the Packers, and high fives are flying. High fives were flying in that moment. Joey nearly ripped off my arm. It was quite.
I'll take some skin off. I mean, when it's give me some skin. No, I'll take your skin and put it in my pocket, man.
Yes,
if we get fired up enough, you don't want to be around me when we're doing good.
You might be pregnant though, so we'll have to keep an eye on that.
What?
Needs an epidural. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So we'll see what happens. But.
All right. Well, Chris, you had some big offseason moves.
Yeah,
so
we
what
had
happened with you guys?
some huge turnaround, little. Whole culture change. We brought in Ben Johnson. Ben's Johnson to run the team, bro. It's going to be a great hot start, boys. It's going to be great. He looks like, honestly, a solid coach. He seems kind of like a hard ass that wants to get the job done, and I think he's going to stick around for a while. We'll see how number 1-8 does. Hopefully he brings some noise, brings some fire, brings some heat. This division's going to be tough.
Some sass.
Maybe a little sass. I don't know. I got a bet going with one of our guys in the office. If he throws 4,000 yards and we make the playoffs, got to paint these bad boys for a whole week.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
No, I don't want to see Caleb Williams do it, but I want to see Chris
just type it away.
CBS HQ.
we gotta have it say I love Caleb. Because that's perfectly 10.
Does it?
Is it?
All right,
okay.
we can make that happen.
Yeah.
I don't know why you knew that so quick.
Yeah,
we can make that happen.
Okay.
Simple numbers, dude.
But, outside of that, we got some rookies. Loveland and Burden look exciting. Luther Burden.
Yeah.
He had a number change, too. He changed from 87 to, 13 or something like that.
Yeah.
It was his college number, I think.
Yeah.
It was 3 in
And we got Odunze coming back, of course, second-year player. He's kind of excited to see how he does. I think he's going to be like a big deep ball guy threat for us this year. Couple of rookie running backs, total new offensive line, which has been just honestly awful, just terrible for us. So I'm excited. Should be a solid year. I'm always excited, always disappointed at the end, but hopefully this year's a little different. You want me to do Dolphins too? Everybody hurt.
Yeah.
Everybody hurt.
Yeah,
Oh,
off-season of controversy over here.
Dude. Oh, man. So I have been very limited with my off-season coverage on the channel for the Dolphins. I literally have only talked about the draft and the Ramsey Jonnu trade and the Darren Waller trade. Like that whole like day that we had that big trade moment. Aside from that, I haven't really talked about Dolphins. Man, oh man, it's been quite the offseason and very interesting to say the least. So yeah, we traded away Ramsey, we traded away Jonnu, our leading tight end last year. But then they also traded for Minkah Fitzpatrick, and they also got in Darren Waller, who hasn't really even suited up technically for the Dolphins. He's only literally worn the jersey on the sideline. Yeah, he was retired. We pulled him out of retirement.
He's a rapper, isn't he?
Yeah. Listen to his tracks, man.
Yeah, and then
they're there. They exist.
And then on top of that, just Mike McDaniel's on the hot seat. Just on the outside perspective, I think he's in a very good spot, but they cannot get off to a bad start because obviously then the seat gets warm. But like I think the seat's pretty cool right now. Everyone's kind of expecting the Dolphins to be one of the bottom feeders, especially in the AFC East. I don't think that's the case, and that's not even me being the homer in it. I do think the AFC East got better as a whole, though, so that is part of the reason why maybe people see that. But they probably see the Dolphins as stagnant. They see the Jets and the Patriots as up and comers, which Drake I don't blame them for. Drake May, we're gonna talk about that when we get there. But I'm excited for the Dolphins. This is probably one of the seasons that I haven't been as like super excited for, just because it's more of the same old. Like we don't do good enough to make the playoffs, or we get in the playoffs and we have an early exit. So like it's just. There needs to be some improvement, and it's obviously get in the playoffs, win a playoff game, get to the AFC Championship, Super Bowl, etc. Like those are the check marks that they need to do, and they haven't even gotten past the playoffs one. So that is what it is. But before we get into the action, I want to go over last year's winners, because we didn't get to fully give it out. But Steve was our winner last year with a 206 79 record. And he was in a long shot there, because Jillian was in second place, 198, 87.
Okay.
And then we have Hector Noseball, Hector Rodriguez. He went 198 and 87. So shout out Hector, making those top three there. Well, they're tied for second place, him and Jillian, with the same record. So pretty interesting to see there. But enough of that. Let's get into the action. We got the first game to kick us off. Thursday Night Football, the defending champions. Super Bowl champions Eagles are hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And this would have been very interesting had Micah Parsons not been traded. Would he have suited up for week one against the Eagles there? But, things worked out that way.
They did.
And I'm going to make it very frank. The defending Super Bowl champions, Eagles, they don't even want to be called that, by the way. Yeah. And like we can talk about that. They don't even know
it's Banner Day.
Yeah.
They don't even know.
Yeah, they're like, what is that up there? Yeah. Like, they don't know that they won a championship. That's the mentality they're going into the season with. They're not hanging their hat on, oh, we won last year. No. I'm going with the Eagles. The Eagles are going to demolish the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe a little much saying demolish, but I'm expecting a double-digit win at least from the Philadelphia Eagles.
Here's the deal. Philadelphia Eagles. You know what? Let me tell you this. Jerry Jones, let me talk to you. You shouldn't have traded Micah Parsons. I thank you for doing that. But this game has seriously been lopsided ever since this trade. I think everybody in America is going to think that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to go in here and whip the Cowboys' ass. But shout out to my man Lee Corso. Not so fast. I think the Cowboys will make it a little bit of a game here, man. I'm not going to go ahead and pick them. But I think that offensively, they are still very much there. Defensively, yes, you lose a guy like Micah Parsons. You are adding a Kenny Clark. But overall, that pass rush is going to take a hit. I still think that they are a good team. They're better than most. And they are a divisional team against the Eagles. So I think that they're going to play very tough against this team, but give me the Eagles to take the W at the end of this one. I think Jalen Hurts gets in there with a tush-push, maybe two. Whoever's drafted Saquon Barkley in your fantasy team, get ready because it starts tomorrow, baby. Let's go.
I'm going to have to agree. We're going to do a clean sweep of the Dirty Birds. I'm going to take the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Yeah, with your annoying fans, whatever. But, yeah, I agree. I think the Cowboys will keep it close. I don't think they were expecting Parsons to be there week one anyways. Kenny Clark is a huge addition. Their run defense sucked last year, and he's a huge guy, literally a huge guy for them.
Yeah.
I've seen it for, 9 seasons
Yeah,
he was with the
9 year vet.
Packers. So I think they'll be all right. That offense is going to be good. I like the Pickens addition along with CeeDee
Yeah,
Lamb. I think that's
yeah.
going to be fun to watch. Dak is going to throw the ball as long as he can. He's never healthy, so we'll see how that pans out. But I don't think they're going to be as bad as everyone says. I think they keep
Right.
it close, but I think the Super Bowl champs come out on top. First game of the year. Just how the season ended last year is how it will start.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with you guys. Like, as much as I was saying, like, Cowboys don't have a chance, like, they're going to put up a fight. And I like that you mentioned the George Pickens pickup because, like, that's just going to alleviate a lot of the pressure on CeeDee Lamb because CeeDee Lamb is getting doubled all the freaking
You
time.
can't double team them both.
Yeah.
So
And that's another thing that I think George Pickens will flourish very well with Dak throwing on the football. You know, a lot of tumultuous years so far in Pittsburgh for him, just like not having the certainty of who the hell is throwing me the football.
yeah.
Or you know, just new guy this week, new guy that week.
Right.
So
I mean, they paid Dak Prescott all this money. That's why they don't have Micah Parsons right now. So they better get used to having Dak Prescott.
And then after the fact that they traded Micah, then they started paying guys like
Deron Bland and Ferguson,
Mhm.
and then the fullback and pretty much anybody who would just negotiate directly with Jerry Jones and nobody else. So.
Pretty much. All right.
Micah don't want to do that.
Let's go to the next game on the slate. We have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Los Angeles Chargers in Brazil.
Brazil.
South
Park.
Man, yeah. Oh man. So we have the Chiefs, who are the Super Bowl runner-ups, and they're facing a familiar foe in AFC West divisional rival, the Los Angeles Chargers, and people are discrediting the Chiefs so much. They are saying that they're old, they're slow, and don't get me wrong, I agree with a lot of those statements, but as far as time has shown so far with Patrick Mahomes in the NFL, you do not doubt that guy. Travis Kelce has definitely lost a step. I will say that. But, man, you cannot discredit this Chiefs team. But the Chargers are up and coming, and this might be the biggest year in Justin Herbert's career because I think this is a make-or-break year for the Chargers.
Shut up.
Yeah, because they've been competitors. They've been in a similar position as the Miami Dolphins. They've been competitive. They've been playoff hopefuls. They've been in the playoffs, but they haven't made the noise in the playoffs. They had that big loss against the Jaguars in the playoffs a couple years back where Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars came back and absolutely beat them, and it was just like, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
They can't afford to have something like that ever happen again. That being said, I do think the Chiefs are going to get a Week 1 win here against the Los Angeles Chargers. So give me the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm going to have to agree with you. I'm going to go with the Chiefs as well. Like you said, Mahomes, like, even though him and Kelce, the duo, is getting old, I've always referred to Patrick Mahomes like it's like The Undertaker at WrestleMania. You're never going to bet against him, man. Mahomes, every time he has the ball in his hands or every time he's matched up against anybody, I always give him the edge. I don't know what it is. It's just something about him. I've seen him do it time and time again. It's the Mahomes magic. It's him and Kelce. And I don't really know who he's going to throw to besides him because Rashee Rice is suspended for the first 6 games of the season. So maybe we'll see a lot of Isaiah Pacheco, checkdowns to Pacheco, and a lot of balls to Travis Kelce. But I'm still going to go with the Chiefs too, even though everything should be telling me to go with the Chargers, go with Harbaugh and the hot hand with Herbert. I don't know. I don't trust him yet.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree, honestly. This is a tough start, but we're going to all agree on the first 2 games. I'm going to take the Chiefs as well. Like you said, you can't bet against Patrick Mahomes. He's just one of those players. You just can't do it. I think he's like 8-1, 9-1 against Herbert in Herbert's career.
I didn't even remember that stat.
Yeah,
now
like,
that you say that,
he's his daddy. He's his daddy. So I'm gonna have to roll with it. I think they have the edge. You can't count them out. I don't love what the Chargers are doing. They got freaking Fetty Wap at running back now. So I don't really know. I don't really know. I don't
Fetty Wap at running back.
I don't really know what's going on. They brought old ass Keenan Allen, who we didn't even want to keep him, which I understand. We had a lot of wide receivers. He's actually pretty decent, but like it's not enough. I don't blame Justin Herbert as much as I blame the organization for not really putting talent around him. If he was this generational talent, like they say he is, I think he's still pretty good, honestly.
Hey,
So,
come on now, they got Lad McConkey out there.
like,
bro. Come on.
like you put Justin Herbert on a lot of different teams, they probably go pretty deep in the playoffs. I think he just got dealt the short end of the stick.
Let me ask you a question. On what team do you think, if you could place Justin Herbert on right now, would he have the most success?
Off rip,
Yeah.
probably like the Falcons.
Interesting.
That was a good
Okay,
selection.
that's that. I didn't expect
I think he'd be
that.
better than Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. Yeah, put some
Lions.
weapons. Honestly, think he's better than Tua. Not to
Yeah.
throw shots, but
Well,
I think he's.
I think if you put him in Seattle, they're instant Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, there's a
Like,
bunch of teams I think that he'd probably do better at. So I mean, there's just not enough talent there. That defense is going to be a top 5 defense though. And that's how you beat Mahomes is you get after Mahomes. So this game might be closer than you think, but I'm taking the Chiefs at the end of the day.
They don't got Bosa anymore either.
But they just
And that
replaced
pass
him with those 2 rookies
You're
that were
right.
all defense
Mhm.
first and.
No, that's the Rams.
Oh shit, you're right.
Wrong LA team, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. Well,
Whoever
first
they
first
got out-
week.
Whoever they got
Take
out
us to
there
the
in the
next
pass
game.
rush.
Well,
needs
we'll
tear it
go
up.
to this next game though. This next game's a real barn burner. We got the Arizona Cardinals going down to the New Orleans Saints. I hope this is
Real
a
barn burner.
Marvin Harrison breakout game. Like I hope that Kyler targets him 14 times in this game, which is pretty much double anything he ever did last year. I don't know why he's not targeting him. I need him for my fantasy in multiple leagues, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Cardinals on the road. I don't really know what to expect from either team here. Saints got a new coach. I think they're waiting and tanking to draft his son next season out of LSU.
Who, Garrett Nussmeier?
Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah,
I think
know
they're.
a thing or two.
Okay. Tell your story if you want.
No, I'm
But
good.
but yeah, so I don't know if the Saints are going to be very good at all. Long story short, I'm taking the Cardinals on the road. Don't really know what to expect from this game though.
I'm going to go Cardinals as well, man. I think if you're going Saints here, you're either a Saints fan or you're smoking dope. I think that the Cardinals are going to walk in, make a statement win, and everyone's going to be like, holy shit, this Cardinals team is going to be really good. They got a lot of young cats. And then they're going to face a better team and kind of go back to the way the Cardinals were. But for right now, I like James Conner. I like Harrison and Kyler Murray. I just still think he's not it. But, you know, I think he'll perform really well in this game and turn a lot of heads. But overall, I got the Cardinals whipping the Saints' ass in this game.
Yeah, this one, like, you go with the Cardinals for the pick. But, man, like, the Saints could actually probably win this one.
You think?
And a lot of people doing, like, what is it, the Survivor Pool and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're like, this is
Cardinals,
game
the
one.
lock.
This is the lock game one. I'm like, I don't know, bro. Because I just feel like Rattler and the boys are just going to go out there and start slinging it. Now, am I going to pick them to win? No shot. I'm going with the Cardinals. I'm going to make the safe pick here and go with the Cardinals.
Advocate there.
But, dude, I am, like, fully on board with, like, just the Saints is saying, like, screw it. Like, if we win a game at some point this season, why not? And I don't think they're going to go winless either. I think a lot of people are very down on them. But they are the favorites to land the number 1 pick. So that is the expectation.
Better early than late.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, hey, shock the world. What if they come out and they start hot, maybe 3-0? You never know.
The Saints fans are going to be pissed. I'm telling you right now, they're going to be pissed. But if you didn't think this could get any better, let's go to the next one. We got Carolina traveling to Jacksonville. Oh, boy. If this doesn't scream 1 o'clock on week 1, I don't know what does. Surprisingly, give me the Carolina Panthers here, man. I like what they did with the offseason a little bit of last year, and then they kind of showed a little bit of steam, and now it's like, all right, let's see what you can do. I'm not very high on Jacksonville at all. I know a lot of people are very excited to see Travis Hunter. They don't tickle my fancy at all. I'm not going with them. I'm going with the Panthers here. I think that Bryce Young and the Panthers are going to actually make a statement this year.
Very interesting. Yeah, for me personally, it's so much on Bryce Young. Can Bryce Young be the guy and perform? Early on in his career, he's had troubles being the guy in his own team, in his own position on that team. So, Andy Dalton's still there, but it's Bryce's team, and, like, there's no, like, oh, Andy might start this week. Like, no, it's Bryce's team. Mm-hmm. Dave Canales has shut down all that stuff. Now it's more so he needs to go out there, execute, and prove that he is worthy of that number 1 pick title. So going into year 3, a lot of expectations on there, but there's also a number 1 pick there with Trevor Lawrence on the other side of the ball. Mm-hmm. And pretty much can say the same thing for him, except for, there's no one behind them waiting to take his spot. And I'm not saying Andy Dalton's going to take Bryce Young's spot, but, there's been trouble there last year. But, yeah, dude, I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're a little bit more safer pick here for me. And I hate to be that guy who's like, let me make the safe picks with the Cardinals and now Jacksonville. And I'm just going to toss it to Chris because we all know what the hell he wants to talk about.
Oh, yeah, let's go. Come on.
Duval.
New coach.
Let's go. Yeah, new coach.
Yeah.
I don't love him yet. I don't love him
I
yet.
think you're gonna.
I
I
might.
think you're gonna.
But
I feel like this is a
love
Chris
him.
type of guy.
I think you're gonna.
I don't love him yet.
I think I could see Chris
Caveat.
shirts. Chris with little
Duval.
Liam Cohen Duval
Yeah, he's gonna
shirts.
get a big
Like some
Duval.
shades.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll get
yeah,
the
I can see
shades
it
too.
all.
Yeah. You never
Yeah,
know.
it's happening.
I might jump on
Full
board.
Florida,
We'll
man.
see.
Yeah, right.
But you guys talked both about Bryce Young. I agree. It might be exciting, but this is Trevor Lawrence's year. He's gotta figure something out. You got Trevor Hunter. He's gonna start at wide receiver. He's gonna be backup DB, so he should play more offense than defense. So that offense should be trying to score a lot of points this year. Brian Thomas, you got 3 running backs that are gonna be active. Travis Hunter. I don't really love the tight end. We'll see how he works out. I'm going to take the Jaguars. I don't think you can pick the Panthers on the road this early. Panthers trade away all their good players, too. So, I really don't know how to think about this roster yet. Tedero McMillan, I think, is either going to be awesome or he's going to be out the league in, a year or two.
Yeah, I agree.
I definitely think his, career, at least early on, is going to be solely reliant on Bryce Young, and that's going to be part of the reason. They got him a big weapon of the biggest stud wide receiver in the draft, and he needs to pay off. Otherwise,
the only way that his career can get saved is if he's just putting on nasty tape, just routing DBs, and the ball's not flying his way, and social media is
like Mike Evans early on with Mike Evans early on with Jameis, stuff like that. I'm gonna keep us pushing here though. We have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Cleveland Browns. A nice little AFC North battle to kick us off. And man, this is actually going to be interesting. We have the Cleveland Browns who have 5 billion quarterbacks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Joe Flacco is the starter.
Joe Flacco.
Flacco.
Tell them about that Flacco guy.
That Flacco guy.
Yeah.
The big question for me is Cincinnati going to start cold as they've been doing for years and years and years as of late? My answer to that is no. They're finally going to get a week 1 win for the first time in, I think, 3 years.
4 years, I think.
Yeah, it's been so long. It's pretty much since Joe Burrow has been their starter, they have not gotten a week 1 win. What the hell are we doing? Last year was really bad against the Patriots, a team that was, fully expected to be tanking. They just got punched in the mouth by the Patriots last year. I do think they get a leg up on their divisional rivalry here. I'm not discrediting the Browns. I think they're going to be an interesting team, but I just need to see more from the Browns before I can even confidently pick them. Going into this year, I'm a lot more confident with the Bengals and what Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and the rest of the boys in that offense, T. Higgins can do. Mike Gesicki with the white boy gritty. So give me the Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm going to take the Bengals as well. That was a good point. I think they finally get off on the right track. I think they had a crazy season last year. They had Joe Burrow led the league in passing. Jamar Chase led the league. Triple crown. Hendrickson led the league in sacks.
Yeah.
They didn't make the playoffs, I don't think, did they?
No, they just
exactly.
missed out.
They just missed out. So they got to get off hot. I think they're going to get a win here. This Browns team, I don't even know what to think. Who's the quarterback? Who's not? Hopefully, my boy from UCF gets a little playing time, Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
Maybe this game gets out of control and they sit Flacco early. I don't know. But I'm going to take the Bengals week 1 victory.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bengals as well. Everybody is I feel like the Cleveland Browns were just that team that everybody had their eye on during the preseason because of how many quarterbacks that they have. But I don't know. They're a terrible team. You look at that team, they don't know what the hell they're doing. They're paying Deshaun Watson all this money. They're starting Joe Flacco, and then they drafted Shador and Dylan Gabriel. We all know this, but it's just really weird to think about. And this Browns team ran Dylan Gabriel they ran Baker Mayfield out of town. And if they didn't do that, they wouldn't be in this position right now. I don't think I'll ever be able to get over that. Sorry for the mini Browns rant. I think that the Bengals are a really good team. I think they're going to have a better year than they did last year and actually make the postseason. They were very close. They were on the cusp last year, and I think that they're going to make it this year. I think it starts on week 1.
I really like that you brought up the whole situation, the fact that they drafted Dylan Gabriel before Shadir Sanders when Shadir was it wasn't 100% he was going to be a first rounder,
right.
But the projection was there if you get this guy in the second round steal, whatever, the draft fall is insane, but the the whole notion of drafting Dylan Gabriel before Shedeur and then still end up getting Shedeur is like,
Why?
you just just wasted a draft pick there. You could Dylan Gabriel could have gone somewhere else that really could have
It felt like the last round of a bad fantasy draft.
Yeah.
Like, screw it, I'm gonna pick Shedeur.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of what they did. Yeah, right.
So like that was the part that really bothered me. Aside from that, like, I guess cool you have so many options at quarterback. Like you still have Kenny Pickett there. You have Deshaun Watson who's not gonna be playing this year. So like, what the hell is going on there in Cleveland? It's just very questionable. I think all around the rest of the team has its highs and lows for sure, just as any other NFL roster. But that whole quarterback situation really set me astray.
They don't know what they're doing, but you know what? I'll take us to two teams that kind of do know what they're doing. The Las Vegas Raiders, who had a really good offseason, are traveling to New England to face against the Patriots, who a lot of people are very high on. Very young Patriots team, had a good draft, and they're looking to reload and get better. They had a good year last year with Drake May, so I think I'm going to rock with the Patriots here in this one. I don't know if I'm necessarily writing off Geno, but I'm gonna wait to read the book a little bit here because I don't know how I feel about the Raiders, man. I don't know how I feel about Genty or Pete Carroll or Geno. I just think that we need to pump the brakes a little bit and see them play Week 1 real NFL football, and then I can make a judgment. But for right now, I'm going to go with the Patriots, the young Patriots, and give them the hot hand. And I just really like what they got going on there. Hot tip on a long shot to win that division this year is the Patriots. Telling you.
No shot.
Hot tip on a long shot, bro.
Hot tip on a long... How is that a hot tip?
Hot tip on a long shot, bro.
That's terrible. There's no shot. I'm going to take the Patriots at home. When in doubt, Week 1, take a home team if you don't know
hey, bro,
what to do.
This shit, bro. You better be agreeing with me right now. I'm right under the bus.
I'm taking the
Chris
Patriots.
Wright does not think the Patriots are shit. Put it on.
I'm taking the Pats.
Headline.
Taking the Pats.
You better be, goddammit.
I don't think they're going to win the division. I mean, yeah, you have Josh Allen favored MVP. What if? I don't know. If Josh Allen breaks his leg, then sure, maybe the Patriots win. That's a hot tip. We're going to have to go in like the figure skater and break Josh Allen's leg, and then your hot tip cashes.
The Blades of Glory, the final move or whatever.
Jeez. All right. Anyway, we got derailed, but anyways, what team we're talking about? The Raiders. The Raiders. They're too new. Too much going on there. Too new of head coach, quarterback, running back. I'm gonna take the Patriots. I'm excited to see Mike Vrabel back there and how he's gonna do. So I'm gonna say he gets a win in his first game back with the Pats.
Nice. Yeah, this is a hard game for me to pick because as the Dolphin fan in me is just like, I don't want the Patriots to win any games.
Yeah.
I don't want the Bills to win any games. Jets to win any games. Like, it's inevitable. It's NFL. Teams win, teams lose. X, Y, and Z, right? But, man, this Patriots team has made quite the offseason moves. Signing Harold Landry, an old Stephon Diggs, but I think he's going to be very beneficial to Drake May's progression. Just the development of all their young wide receivers. They still have Hunter Henry there, so like the weapons are there offensively. Ramondre Stevenson, Trayvon Henderson, like the Patriots team is gonna be nice. But on the flip side, you have Pete Carroll going to the Raiders and building out, what he's hoping to be Seattle 2.0 at least for Pete's sake in terms of what he did in Seattle to now what he's trying to do in Las Vegas. So I like what Pete's doing there. Is the move bringing Geno Smith there a reach or kind of a culture builder? I think it's more of a culture builder rather than a reach. Like, regardless of what you think of how Geno plays, at the end of the day, he didn't go there to play dice.
Yeah.
So he's going there and he's betting on himself really hard. All right.
We'll see.
So I'm going with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Ooh.
And I'm betting on my boy Geno Smith to get the dub there in New England.
There we go. All right.
But I do like this Patriots team. I would not be surprised if they win here. This is just one of those picks that I'm just stretching out a little bit and seeing what I can test the boundaries of here. But yeah, I do like the Patriots down the season. I think they're gonna have a lot of potential and be very competitive. Now, let's talk about another AFC East team. It's about damn time. We got the Dolphins on the board here. Miami Dolphins at the Indianapolis Colts. Man, I need to put the phone down for a second. A lot of people have been talking shit about the Dolphins, and I'm fucking pissed, all right? Listen, the Dolphins have had quite the offseason. in terms of just the chitter chatter, and it's all going to be put to rest, at least momentarily, after week 1. Come 4-something o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The Dolphins are going to win against the Indianapolis Colts, and it's going to silence the noise for it a little bit. The hot seat's going to get a little cooler for Mike McDaniel. People are going to be like, man, Tua didn't play so bad. Oh, man, Tyreek's still fast as hell. Oh, my God, they have Jalen Waddle. Devon Achan's healthy. And if not, you have Ollie Gordon, who's going to freaking run through a brick wall. He's going to pop through this freaking wall right here behind Chris and be like, surprise, motherfucker!
Oh,
Dolphins.
yeah.
Like the fucking Kool-Aid man, dude. All right? But, man, the only thing I'm really pissed about is the time change. I'm going to be in Hawaii for this game.
Oh, Lord. Oh, this is
and
first world problem.
It's going to be 7 a.m. when this game kicks off. That's going to be brutal, but it is what it is. It is like what Joey said.
Wake up to football.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah, so that's the only thing that's going to be difficult about this game for me.
Be in Hawaii on a nice beach, tropical
Man's
paradise.
I'm going to be wearing this
Sipping a Mai Tai.
out of a coconut and going, the Dolphins just dubbed by 40.
Yeah, he's going to be screaming. Vanya's going to be like, shut up. You try to sleep.
Making dolphin noises on the beach.
I'm going to be with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I'm going to be wearing this jersey.
Tough
I got to rep Oost there, but yeah, I definitely think the Dolphins, I mean, dude, you're going into a situation where the Colts don't have a quarterback. They got 2 quarterbacks. They don't got a quarterback. You're between Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, and honestly, the fact that they're going with Daniel Jones as a starter is just like, man, we really messed up on this draft. They go with Anthony Richardson. Is that their mentality? They feel like he needs more time. Does he need to see the leadership from Daniel Jones? Did you not get enough from Joe Flacco previously? So that's what I like aside from being a Dolphins fan and being a homer, like that's what's taking me away from picking the Colts. Now, if you guys want to pick the Colts, be my guest, but I do not think the Colts are going to get a win here.
Well.
Oh, buddy.
Do you want to go first, Chris, or do you want me to go? Okay. I'm going to pick the Colts here, man. Lock me in. I don't know. It's one of those games where I feel like not a lot of people were going to pick the Colts, and I feel like they can just kind of upset here. I don't know. What I've seen from the Dolphins this offseason just seems like a lot of friction. And I don't know if I'm sold on the friction yet. I don't think they're gelling as a team yet. I think they have a lot of good players, but I don't think that they got this. I don't think they have a brotherhood, And until I see that, I don't think I can pick the Dolphins confidently. So I'm going to rock with the Colts here, even though they are abysmal. Daniel Jones, I don't like him. I don't think he's a good quarterback. I do like Jonathan Taylor. I think their defense is everything. I don't know. I just have a weird feeling that the Colts can come and win this, and if I can get a leg up on you guys, I will by picking them. So I'm going to rock with the Colts.
Well, hopefully we get a leg up on Austin. I'm taking the Colts as well. I don't love what I'm seeing from the Dolphins. A lot of injuries, a lot of friction, a lot of stuff happening outside of football. I did happen to go to one training camp, though. I got a new favorite Dolphin player. My boy Willie Gay out there dancing and vibing.
I like him. Yeah.
The whole time. If there were 12 Willie Gays on the team, I'd probably pick the Dolphins. Put him at running back. Put him all over the defense. He was nasty. He was great in preseason too. Yeah, put him at quarterback. Maybe he won't get concussed. My bad. Too soon. New season. Yeah. And Mike McDaniel didn't sign my vape, so he's dead to me. So he's definitely on the hot seat with me and everyone else. So.
Like you said, Austin. McDaniel's on the hot seat, and I don't think they've given a lot of people too much to believe in them. You know what I mean? They have all the pieces. We've seen them do it. Yeah. They just need to do it, and they just left a bad taste in everybody's mouth last year, and they need to get it out.
Fun fact, best player on the Dolphins, probably Tyreek Hill. Had more kids than touchdowns last year.
He did.
Yeah, a little crazy.
He did indeed.
Can't back the Dolphins. I'm just saying.
It's just right now it's just
that's a crazy stat. It's a division game. The Dolphins need to win if they want playoff hopes alive. Another division game that we're gonna talk about right now. New York Giants going to the Washington Commander football team. I'm rolling with the home team. I like Jaden Daniels. Honestly, I hated how good low-key he was last year because it just made this guy right here look even worse, Caleb Williams. But he had a sensational rookie year. You got to roll with him. The Giants are going to be bad. They also have like 4 quarterbacks. I don't think they're going to be that good. They do have a legit number 1 wide receiver. That defense is going to be really good. If they do put some pressure on Jaden, things might get a little ugly. But Scary Terry back. I'm going to roll with the Commanders. Week 1 win.
I got to agree with Chris here, man. The Washington Commanders went on quite the run last year. The fact that they even just beat Detroit, the number 1 seed, was absolutely crazy. Yeah. Made it to the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
Had quite a fight, and then it just went off the rails. You know, it is what it is at that point.
Quarter.
Yeah.
they had like a quarter
Pretty
and a half.
much. But, you know, I liked what I saw from them. Now, is this more so the bias of, like, I liked what I saw last year? You know, it should be more of the same? Maybe. But the fact that they were able to bring in Terry McLaurin with some time left, it wasn't like they waited till the last minute to get that deal done with him. They waited pretty late. Like, it did take a minute, but they got the deal done beforehand. On top of that, just the Giants they have the hardest strength of schedule this year. And it's mostly to do with their division and obviously just everyone else that they play outside of it. But the fact of the matter is they are in arguably one of the hardest divisions in football. You have the reigning champions. You have an up-and-coming Washington Commanders team. You have a Dallas Cowboys team that it could be probably very streaky this year. And that's probably something that we should have talked about a little bit more when we picked that game. But besides the fact, the Giants are in a tough spot facing the Commanders. I'm going with the Washington Commanders here.
Call me stupid. I don't know. I think I'm not picking them, but I think that the Giants are going to have a decent year this year, okay? Yeah. Like, I think that they're going to surprise a lot of people. I like what they did in the offseason. I think they had a good draft. Not going to say a great draft or, you know, whatever draft. I think they had a good draft. I like the pass rusher. I don't mind the Jackson Dart pick. Scatabo getting brought in is a little interesting to me with Tracy and everything there. It's a team that's very young and has a lot of potential, and I think that they could win like 7 games this year, which is like saying a lot for the Giants. Yeah. But I think they're going to surprise some people. That does not make me pick them against the Washington Commanders at all. I think the Commanders are one of the best teams in the league. Jaden Daniels looks to me like he could be a future MVP of the league and to a lot of people. But don't be surprised if the Commanders later on this season have a little bit of a sophomore slump. I feel like a little bit of people are very high on the Commanders coming into this offseason, putting them in the Super Bowl conversation. I know they were in the NFC Championship game last year, but year to year in the NFL is not different. It's not a linear league. Let's just pump the brakes and see how they play against really good teams first. But I'm going to keep us pushing. Oh, man.
Tush push.
Here we go. We got my former boy, Aaron Rodgers.
I love this
and
game.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron's going to get his revenge game walking into MetLife Stadium to play against his former team, the New York Jets, the stadium where he tore his Achilles, the stadium where he tore down his legacy, and the stadium where this Sunday he will pick it right back up, and it starts week 1 because I'm picking the Steelers here, and I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to have lots of success with the Steelers offense. I think that the Jets are just a team that, you know, when you go there, you automatically look terrible. Like, I don't know. It's just something within that organization where it's not a good team. It's not a good brotherhood. Everybody is corrupt within the organization. I mean, there was rumors last year that a 17-year-old was making moves for them. Aaron was saying that it was the first time if he ever got cut, it would be the first time he's ever gotten cut, and the first time he's ever gotten cut by a 17-year-old kid. So the Jets are just a weird organization. I know they have a lot of, I guess, hope with Justin Fields right now. I think that he's like a fill-in quarterback until they kind of figure it out. But they got their key pieces re-signed in Sauce and Garrett. But overall, I think that Aaron Rodgers comes in, takes care of business, and lets the Jets fans know that I'm still him. I just sucked for you because you guys suck. Not me. It's you.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to take the Steelers on the road. I don't have confidence that this Jets team's going to be any good. They got a new head coach, so we'll see Aaron Glenn from the Lions, so we'll see how he does. I think it's Robert Saleh 2.0. Maybe he'll be a little bit better. I don't know. I don't know, but I've seen Justin Fields. Pittsburgh's seen Justin Fields. They know what to expect. That defense for Pittsburgh is going to be good, so I'm going to take the Steelers. I don't think Aaron Rodgers has to do a lot to win the game. No. What's he got to average? Probably 20 points this season for the Steelers to go 9-8 like they always do and stay above 500. I think they're gonna do that. This game right here will be a solid starting point for them.
Yeah, dude, I gotta agree with you guys. I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. I just think all the offensive miscues that Aaron Rodgers had with the Jets, those demons are gonna be exercised against this Jets team. I do think the Jets, very similar to the Patriots, young and up and coming team. I really love the addition of Justin Fields. Surprisingly, I know you guys have a little bit more of a very definitive opinion on him from either seeing him play against your team or him being on your team, right? But I just like the possibility of him reuniting with Garrett Wilson and seeing how that can really like flourish and really be probably the epitome of how the Jets operate moving forward. Now, with all that being said, like I said, I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I do think Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, I do think those boys are just going to really pop off there and just pretty much set MetLife on fire, which you don't really want to happen. But, that's why they banned flamethrowers on the sidelines when the people are doing the game walkouts and stuff.
Damn, for real?
That's why there's no more fire, because the field got on fire in Tennessee.
Oh, dude, I remember that actually.
And they're like, that can't happen anymore. And I was
The
just
Bulls
like,
got to do that too, bro. Our banners got lit on fire by Disturbed last year.
That was bad.
That was bad.
Especially like it was a championship banners.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That's all we got, man.
All right, Chris, take us to the next game.
Yeah, I'll take us to the next game. We got a good game here. Tampa Bay going to Atlanta. Another division game here. This is going to be a good game. I'm going to rock with the Bucks. Shout out Sean. He's been watching for a long time. Sean Ski. So shout out Sean. I think the Bucks are going to be a pretty good team this year. I think the Falcons could be really good. I'm not sold that they will be really good. We still got to see how Michael Penix. Make sure I got that right.
Yeah.
Michael Penix Jr. You saw that mistake?
Lower
That was
fix.
bad. Lower fix. But yeah, we got to see how they look, honestly. I don't really know yet, so I'm going to roll with the Bucks. I think the Bucks win that division probably. They're probably the best team. I also kind of like how they're kind of like going out with the old a little bit with Godwin and Evans and bringing in a new regime of young wide receivers to kind of keep Baker in there. And they got another guy, McMillan, that might be pretty decent too. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that looks. I think the offense is going to be good. Don't know about the defense for the Bucks, but I'm going to roll with the Buccaneers here week 1.
Dude, this game is absolutely hard for me to pick.
Mm-hmm.
You have the young and up-and-coming Atlanta Falcons, like Chris alluded to, and then you have the reigning NFC South champions in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who've been running the division with and without Brady. Now with Baker Mayfield, and they're still putting in that work, and they're still being one of the more competitive teams in that division. But the division's weak, all right? Let's not toot the horn and be like, oh, the Buccaneers are world beaters, but they're just winning a really weak division. Mm-hmm. 9 wins gets you that division, and like half of the teams in the NFL are like dying to be in that division just because of that, because they're like, damn, I can get freaking 9 wins there.
Yeah.
So the teams overall are not world beaters, not absolutely great, but I think once they get into the dance there, that things can be interesting. I think they ran into a really, really good team at the time in the Washington Commanders in the postseason last year, the Buccaneers. Aside from that, dude, I'm torn. You have these two young and up-and-coming teams. I will say Tampa is on the more veteran side, more age side. And then you have the Atlanta Falcons, who pretty much have a lot of people still on their rookie contracts, if not on their first extension. So, the youth movement is there for Atlanta. But for this one, I'm going to go with experience. I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think Shake and Bake and the boys are going to go and turn it up in ATL.
Man, I got to tell you, the Falcons have just become a really fun team to watch. I mean, I didn't think they were going to be fun to watch at all last year. Like this time last year, pre-week 1, last season, I didn't think I'd like watching the Falcons. And I watched them at a couple primetime games last year, and I'm like, damn, these guys are really fun to watch, man. They play hard. They got a lot of fucking talent on both sides of the ball, and I think they play physical. I really do like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, though. I'm locking them in for my pick for this game. I like the game plan that Baker Mayfield said in the offseason. We're going to do 2 things. We're going to run the ball, and we're going to throw it to Mike Evans. Please do that. I have Mike Evans in every single fantasy team this year. I need that. Please. I was banking on that game plan whenever I drafted. So please make that happen. I think this game is going to be one of the best games of week 1 by far.
I think it's going to be the premier, you got to check in on this game at some point in time during the 1 o'clock window. Like every other game here, like you could possibly.
I feel like this game is just going to be like Scott Hansen's going to be like, we got more scoring. Like, it's going to be like 45-48 final. Like,
commercial break.
Bet the over, in my opinion.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Commercial break. Yeah.
Get over it. Oh, gosh. All right. I'm going to take us to the first 4 o'clock game, and we start off with the NFC West between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. And, dude, going into this game, there's a lot of question marks surrounding mostly San Fran, because is Christian McCaffrey going to be healthy? Is Brock Purdy the guy? Even though, people kind of solidified last year that, like, he's pretty good. He's worth a damn. Like, that was a really testing year. You don't have Ayuk to start off the year, so that's going to be challenging passing the ball without him in the mix. Ricky Pearsall is, like, looking around,
he's
like, where the hell Debo went?
Yeah.
Like, Ayuk is hurt. Like, damn, I'm the guy, and I just got here. What the hell happened?
Still got this wound on me, man. You're going to need help.
Exactly, right? And then you have Seattle, who's been pretty much more of the same, except they just got rid of Geno. They moved on to Sam Darnold. They got the flavor of the month, per se. I'm not saying Sam Darnold isn't this, he's not that, or he is that, or is this. But, the fact that they moved on from Geno to Sam Darnold, they're just like, which Jets quarterback are we going to invest into? So that's just the mentality there. I do like the addition of Sam Darnold. They also added Cooper Kupp. That is really interesting to
Underrated
see
move.
how they're going to be working that schematic there. And then I can't wait to see Cooper Kupp go against the LA Rams later down the line. But moving forward, I like the San Francisco 49ers. They're a little bit more the more consistent team here. They have the pieces that I'm familiar with, so I'm more comfortable picking them. But I wouldn't be surprised if Seattle pulls out for W at home.
Well, speaking of that, I'm going to go with Seattle. I think that I'm more high on Seattle than I am the 49ers, clearly, with me making this pick. But I just like what they're doing. I don't know. I think that the 49ers are they're going to end up being that retirement team, like where they got all these old guys that they paid a lot of money to and they don't really know what to do with it, like a Saints or like a Raiders kind of, how they kind of used to be. I think the Niners are kind of more nearing that. There's no Ayuk for at least 5 weeks. Like you're alluding to, Ricky Pearsall is kind of the only guy, and unless they're going to just throw it and run it with McCaffrey and Brian Robinson all the time, or throw it to Kittle, I don't know. I think that the Seahawks have more in their arsenal, like, to use than the 49ers, so I'm going to pick them. I think they have the better offense as of right now at this point of the season. So that's my perspective for picking the Seahawks today.
Dude, I just had a really weird thought. It's kind of weird they got 2 guys on the team that got shot, right?
Yeah, they're going to walk out to many men for sure.
Yeah, that's why I was just in my head. I'm like, many men. Hey,
wish death upon me.
Yeah, they are.
We can only sing like 5 seconds before we get charged. But now I'm a rock with Joey. I'm gonna take them birds up there in Seattle. I just don't know what to expect from the 49ers. So like I've said, rock with the home team week 1. I like the addition. Sam Darnold balled out last year. Had a comeback player of the year type year, and so did Ricky Pearsall technically, and he's gonna ball out this year because he's the only guy there, I think. So
they also
Juwan Jennings
Robbie Chosen is a 49er.
Shout out Robbie.
Friend of the program.
Yep, he was a cool dude. Cool guy. Yeah, awesome. We loved him. Loved him.
I think I'm not gonna switch. I'm gonna stay true to 49ers pick, but the fact that like a guy like MVS,
I was gonna say,
has been
MVS
on and off of rosters recently, but he has the I'm gonna make the 53-man roster ability. Now, is he gonna be the lights out performer week in, week out? You can speak to a little bit more towards that because he was on your team before, but I just think the fact that he didn't even make the roster for the Seahawks is like, damn, like they're really confident in the rest of the room there. So like I agree, like the weapons there for Sam Darnold is there.
Do you know where Marquez Valdes-Scantling is now?
No.
The San Francisco 49ers, baby. I'm gonna let you know right now.
I thought that's why you brought it up.
I'm like, well then you're right. He did get cut from there, and now he's a Niner.
Yeah.
So Marquez Valdes-Scantling is a Niner.
It happened today. Yeah.
Oh shit! Maybe a revenge game here for the boy. If you want to throw, hot tip on a long shot. Maybe throw. Anytime touchdown prop for MVS. Just throw $1 on it, say whatever. $5, no one knows nothing.
Gosh.
Pretty much rocking with the birds here.
Shoot. All right, well, Chris, take us to this next game.
Yeah, we got Tennessee Titans going over to Denver. play the Broncos. Not much to say about this game. I mean, Cam Ward has to be one of the least talked about number 1 draft picks of the last 5 years. I want to say no one's talking about. Everyone's talking about Shador.
It's a drama. It's a
people are talking about Jackson Dart more than they are Cam Ward too. Honestly, and
because it's drama.
Yeah, but nobody knows what's going on in Tennessee. I can't confidently pick them. I think Denver's going to be really good this year too. They got a really good squad, and Bo Nix doesn't have to be great for that team to be great, honestly. I mean, if he is awesome, they will be awesome. So I'm going to pick the Broncos at home. I think it's an easy pick. You don't know what to expect from Tennessee. There's a reason they got that number 1 draft pick. The coach didn't want to stick around and see how that played out even. So I'm going to rock with the Broncos. I think Tennessee is going to be really bad this year.
I agree, dude. The Broncos, everybody's very high on them. A lot of people very high on Bo Nix. R.J. Harvey, man. Everybody's very high on R.J. Harvey. UCF. But, the Titans, we can describe them just as how Cam Ward described them. They're kind of mid. He said that in their one of his first press conferences there. How do they look? Honestly, kind of mid. So that's how I feel about the Titans moving forward. They're not a sexy team to pick. I don't think I'll ever really confidently lean their way. They're going to have to really prove something. Cam Ward's going to have to look like Hurricane Cam Ward. And,
you can't do that anymore.
You can do this.
You can do that.
I don't know. You might get fined.
Friend of the program, Walter whatever today told us you can. You just don't have to be disrespectful. So
you just can't do this. Pop, pop,
you
pop,
can't.
pop.
You can't do the
can't
guns
do that.
anymore,
No John Moran celebration.
The grenade.
It's a flag, dude.
No, what's the Keenan and Peele sketch?
The 3 pumps. Yeah. He's like only 2, and then. And then what the dude from it was Devontae Smith freaking stole all this shit from the Salvation Army. First he puts on a ski mask, kicks the door down, and then steals it from the Salvation Army
like something like that. You shouldn't be able to penalize.
No,
that is
that's creative.
Yeah, he's being the Grinch to his Christmas time.
Exactly.
Leave him alone.
Exactly. That's great.
Yeah, right. Yeah. What are we talking about?
I don't know. Football.
The Titans stink. Cam Ward. Hopefully he's good, but the Titans stink. They're kind of mid.
Yeah, I do gotta agree with you. I think the Titans were the number 1 draft pick for a reason. They were obviously one of the worst teams in the NFL, and the Broncos surprisingly made it into the playoffs last year. No thanks to the freaking Kansas City Chiefs. They shut the Dolphins out. Well, they ended up losing anyways. This guy can't get out of his own way. Anyways, but I'm really excited. Like you guys mentioned, R.J. Harvey. I think he's gonna be like the bell cow for this Broncos team. They had the question there last year at running back, and now I'm happy that they were able to address it in the draft with a guy like R.J. Harvey, that they can really be their lead back. Look at Sean Payton's previous running backs in history. Alvin Kamara, Reggie Bush. He knows how to utilize these young running backs who can be really efficient both in the run game and in the pass game. So, I know it's really late. We're doing this right before the season kicks off and people already drafted the teams. But R.J. Harvey, quality.
I've taken him.
I've taken him in 2 leagues.
They said he's the best pass catching running back to come out of the draft too.
Honestly, I only took him because John Gruden told me to. So shout out to John.
Shout out John.
He's got me feeling nicey.
He's in the room. He's in the room, bro.
Yeah.
He
knows what's up.
He's digging deep.
He knows what's up.
You know what's up?
Yeah, I know what's up.
Hold on. I didn't get my pick yet. I'm going with the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
Excuse me.
We got a little excited. I'm sorry. This game's a footnote of the freaking week.
Yeah, I know.
This game's a footnote of the week, but you know what's not? This game, baby.
What do we got?
We got week 1, 4:30 on CBS Sports, baby. Shout out to CBS. We got the Detroit Lions traveling to Green Bay, Wisconsin to take on the Green Bay Packers live from legendary Lambeau Field. I'm so excited for this team to come out with Micah Parsons, Matthew Golden, Josh Jacobs, Jordan Love, just the whole offense is looking incredible. And the defense now, too. I mean, if we're at full strength, I'm very confident in this team, but we are not. We have a lot of injuries right now. Jaden Reed did not practice. He's got a Jones fracture in his foot, something to monitor. There's just a couple things throughout the offseason that our full roster I don't think is going to be available week 1. But, you know me. I'm rocking with the Green Bay Packers here. This is an easy pick for me to make. I could see how a lot of people would pick the Detroit Lions. They are underdogs because they are on the road. They're a very good football team, too. And, there's no guarantee that Micah Parsons is going to play because of the back injury. But they said they're going to try to get him out there. And, I wouldn't expect him to make too big of an impact week 1, but hopefully by in the next couple weeks he'll try to get it moving before the, week 4 matchup against his former team, the Cowboys. But as for this week goes, we're in the same position we were pre-Micah Parsons. We got Gary and Van Ness, and the offense is ready to roll. I'm excited, man. Give me the Packers.
I have some things to say.
Okay.
No, it's nothing crazy. I'm going with the Detroit Lions. I just think they're going to exercise some demons, man. Losing to the Washington Commanders in the playoffs like that, Detroit wants to come out, send a message, possibly be the number 1 seed again this upcoming postseason. So they're going to be battling for those rights. They're going to be wanting to prove everyone right or some people wrong. I think they're going to be trying to prove more people right than anything. But yeah, they were the creme of the creme last year, and they want to strive to be that again. Now, is that going to be the end goal, end process for them? I don't think so. I don't think they're going to be the number 1 seed, but I do think they start off week 1 with a dub. But I do love everything the Packers have been doing. I'm high on the Packers, just not in this game, unfortunately. Joey, unfortunately, with everything you informed us with, swayed me away.
Do you think that the Packers would need to exercise some demons because they only went 1-5 in the division last year and haven't beaten the Lions at home in 3 seasons?
I do agree, but unfortunately,
okay, I can't convince you.
One weighs more than the other, in my opinion.
But
I do agree. Like last year, you guys going 1-5 in the division, brutal, and it was the hardest division. And then you guys, unfortunately, were surprisingly one of the lesser performing against your own division. That was like a real kick in the ass because you guys perform well in that. You're in the playoffs. You are a high seed, so you're in that conversation with Minnesota and Detroit week 18.
Yeah.
So different story if they get a couple wins there.
Yeah.
Oof, a lot of question marks here, honestly, for me. On both sides. Detroit, the coach situation, it's basically the same team. Plus, you get your best player back in Aiden Hutchinson. I think that's huge. He literally led the league in sacks for 5 weeks after he got hurt last season.
That's crazy.
And still finished, I think, top 5 or top 10. It was nuts. He had a huge year. Now him and Parsons in the division, that's fun. So lots of questions there, though, on the coaching side for me. On the Packers side, a lot of injuries so far in the preseason. Jordan Love hasn't been completely healthy, which is concerning. Malik Willis has looked pretty good as a fill-in backup, though. But, man, all this talk, bro, about Packers are better than us, Milwaukee's better than us, I'm getting tired of it, bro. Getting real tired of it. Cubs just lost right now. Brewers just won tonight.
Perfect. Let's go. I needed that.
There's one ththing. There's one thing Chicago has on Green Bay. You know what it is?
What?
I'm about to show you, bro. 1-0, baby.
I thought Chris was
bro.
Baby.
I thought 1-0. Like a tat
1 Pope's from Chicago. 0 from that little farm town Green Bay that no one gives a fuck. This is our little brother over here. But, hey, I'm rolling with the Lions. Packers still suck. Pope, 1-0, baby. Shout out Bears. Let's roll.
The last time that there is a Bears authority figure, we won the Super Bowl. Shout out to Barack Obama.
That's fine.
There we go.
Shout out to Barack Obama.
You ain't the Pope.
Ready with that, dude. Oh,
you ain't
gosh.
the Pope.
Listen, bro, if the Pope don't want to come see us in the Super Bowl, we'll go see him. Come on.
Dude, I was fully expecting Chris to show us some type of tattoo.
Yeah, right.
That would have been sick.
But I do love.
I got him that for his birthday.
Yeah, that's a sick grab.
All right, we got another game coming up here though. Can I interest you in the Houston Texans going to the Los Angeles Rams?
Yeah, you can.
All right, well, let's talk about it then.
Let me talk to you.
This is an interesting game. I'm actually roll with the Texans on the road. I don't like taking a lot of road teams week 1. Matthew Stafford has not played yet, has not really practiced a ton. His back is kind of jacked up. I don't really think that's going to affect him later on in the season. He might be a little rusty, though, coming in week 1. Texans were really bad last year. C.J. Stroud kind of fell off quite a bit. Think he wants to rebound a little bit from that. Think they come out statement win. They're fully back healthy. Everyone's, I think, back for the Texans so far. So I want to say. But, yeah, I'm going to roll with the Texans. What do you think?
I'm going to rock with the you know what, bro? I was going back and forth on this one because I feel like the Texans are they're supposed to be that team that was really good last year, too, and they had a sophomore slump. And then, this year you get Devontae Adams coming to the Rams. Shout out to my boy. But this Matthew Stafford back injury and everything, like if he's not 100%, I don't know how confident I am in the Rams for the first couple weeks of the season. I know they always find a way to kind of get back in the mix later on in the year. But, I don't know. This matchup's tough for me. I'm still going to go with the Rams, though, because Matthew Stafford is confirmed to play, and I think that they're going to have that nice duo with – their offense is insane with Nakua and Adams and Kyron. Like, I like that team a lot, so I hope that they have a lot of success, but – I'm a little concerned about the health of the quarterback going forward.
100%. The quarterback is the focal point of the offense, focal point of almost every team. So there is reason to be why, if Stafford isn't good to go, then, man, I'm not sure if I'm confident in making that pick. And that's kind of my philosophy going into here. On top of that, similar to how it was about the Lions last year, exercise some demons. I think the Texans can come out hot if they really establish themselves well early. And I think that's kind of very bold to say, but not bold, vague to say, but there was a lot riding on them last year. They did not live up to any of those. They didn't live up to all those expectations. And the fact of the matter is now they have a new slate, just like everyone else. Everyone's 0-0. So all those injuries in terms of Stafford's injury, the uncertainty of whether or not he's going to play or if he's going to be healthy enough to be a big contributor. That's a big no for me. I don't fuck with that type of stuff. Let me just go with the Houston Texans here.
Okay.
I like the Texans. I like the Rams too, but I think their defense is going to make or break their season, especially with the uncertainty of Stafford. You have Jared Verse and Braden Fisk getting after dudes. Chris alluded to it earlier when he thought he was talking about the Chargers. But the young defensive line is huge.
They're good, man.
And
they got a good team.
I went to the game last year to see them play against the Dolphins in LA, and man, dude, they were causing havoc. They didn't get to Tua as much as the Dolphins got to Stafford, but man, they were in his face the whole freaking game, and it's just one of them is gonna connect at some point. So if Dolphins' offensive line is whatever. We can talk about that some other time. But, I just think the Rams have a really good defensive line that could make or break their season. If they can get to the passer, X, Y, and Z, really good. Are we good with this game?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, let's move on to Sunday Night Football. And, man, get your popcorn ready.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This is a really good Sunday Night Football kickoff matchup. We have the two almost co-MVPs last year. I ended up going to Josh Allen. We have the Buffalo Bills hosting the Baltimore Ravens. And, dude, this is the matchup to start off week one. Like I alluded to, the two favorites for MVP last year, the winner and the runner-up, man, you can't ask for better QBs to face off in week one. And this, I love when you have a matchup like this early on in the season. It happened last year between Baltimore and KC where they faced off pretty early. It had heavy playoff implications very early on in the year, but at the same time, it really didn't because it's week one. You can totally rebound from it. We're talking a week 14 matchup, and this is the case, and one team's a little more out than they are in, and vice versa. Then that's a whole different implication. But week one, I think we're gonna see a new Lamar Jackson, new and improved, and I think he's gonna come out a little salty that he didn't win the MVP last year. I know Chris wanted to see the co-MVPs. But I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and the boys are going to come out there. Let's not forget about D-Hop, all right?
Yeah.
Everyone's forgetting about D-Hop.
I know.
Do not forget about D-Hop.
We know about D-Hop.
Well, I think he's going to be quite a big deal there in Baltimore.
We saw it in person. He single-handedly won a game, dude. It was.
The Tennessee Titans.
I know it's bad memory, but it was unbiased. It was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, sorry, but it was great.
But yeah, give me the Baltimore Ravens. What do you got?
Joey, go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
Oh man, I hate to do this, but I am going with the Baltimore Ravens as well, guys. Listen, I'm not. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. I don't think that the Bills have a single good player on their team outside of James Cook and Josh Allen.
I agree.
Sorry. I don't think Joey Bosa is worth a damn. I think all their receivers are dog shit.
But
I think that the backup running back's okay. And, listen, I've been here before with Rodgers where it's the only guy you got on your team and, another skill guy and your defense kind of sucks and you kind of got to carry. I get it. I'm not sold on the Bills. I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year. I think they're still going to be a good team. You got Josh Allen. But I think I get the Ravens in this one. They are pissed off after losing in the fashion that they did to this team in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And overall, I think they're just more talented than the Bills. So, yeah, give me the Baltimore Ravens.
I love this game. I wish it wasn't so early on in the year because sometimes week 1, you never know what you're going to get. This could very well be a blowout or this could be a close game. If this was week 16, it's probably a close game. Week 1, I don't know what to expect. Honestly, I was going to take the Ravens, but I think I'm going to flip to the Bills. I don't know what's going on with the NFL. They must have seen college football start off with Texas, Ohio State, and they're like, "Hold my beer. We gotta match this. We gotta do something." You know how Goodell is. I'm a flip to the Bills. I originally was on the Ravens. I think they are a better team overall. I think at some point Lamar's gonna break through, or Josh Allen, one of them, and they gotta go to the Super Bowl. I know Lamar has been, but I think one of these teams has to win. I got to pick one. Give me the Bills. I just don't really know what else to say. It's Josh Allen. He's never had anybody there. Like you said, with Aaron Rodgers, he never really had
Stephon
help.
Diggs there, bro.
Yeah, but we'll see how he does with Drake May this
last year
year,
he won
you know?
MVP and he had freaking Amari
Exactly.
Cooper, too.
Amari Cooper, who
Right.
did nothing.
It's not going to matter, but I just...
He had Matt Collins, who doesn't wear shoes, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just not sold on the roster. I don't know. I'm not. No. I don't... Defensively, I don't think that they have a soul on there that I would rather have on my team than that they have on their team.
Before we move on, do you think the Bills' window has closed?
Well, listen, man.
Have Josh Allen.
I don't think that the Bills' window is closed because as long as you still have Josh Allen, it leaves you open to getting premier players in the league too. They can always make a trade next offseason. They can always make a trade at the deadline. We don't know how the league's gonna go. For a while, when Terry McLaurin requested his, whatever, I was like, go to the Bills. That'd be a perfect fit for both sides. I mean, you're in a playoff team and they need a wide receiver badly. But, they're gonna have to make some moves and stuff like that. I don't think that the window's closed at all. I think that they have a strong, it's wide open for them to win this year. But the proof's in the pudding if these guys that they have on their roster can rally enough to be guys in this league. I don't think it's not a Super Bowl roster, and
it might be.
I don't think so. I don't see it, and let them try to, but I just don't think a team with a Joey Bosa and a Greg Rousseau and I don't.
Well, they're probably gonna have to.
They just named Terrell Bernard their captain.
They have to go through this
sucks,
Ravens
man.
team
I don't
to
know,
win. So it's gonna be a real big test to see if they're actually capable of winning it.
I think also it'll be interesting. These two teams more than likely will make the playoffs in some sort of capacity, whether they're both wild card teams or they won the division. But either way, they're probably gonna play each other again. So one of these teams is going to start their season against the other team and then also possibly lose it and finish it against the other team. So that's something that I think we should look out for in terms of this matchup and how the season is going to play out for both of these teams. But let's finish it off with Da Pope over here with Chrissy
Pope.
What do we got?
We got Monday Night Football. I don't know why they keep putting us on freaking Monday night to start the year. It's happened probably 5 out of the last 8 years. I don't understand it. But hey, here we are. We're starting off fresh, new season. I'm excited. Obviously, I'm going to take my guys. I think they're a better team. I mean, I don't think the Vikings trust J.J. McCarthy. The Carson Wentz signing tells me that. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be any good. We'll see. Outside of Justin Jefferson, that team's kind of to me, honestly. So I know that defense overperformed last year heavily. We'll see how they do this year. But all I got to say is 4 letters, 2 words, bear down.
Is that 4 letters?
That was 8 letters.
4 letters, 2 words, bear down, baby.
It's not 4 words.
That was
4 letters.
That's not 4 letters.
That was
4 letters in each
that was
word.
12 letters.
That's bad.
You like it. You like it.
You had
dude.
us there for a moment.
You like it, dude.
Chris Paul, Steve Nash. Nash and Paul.
That's
Boys.
Chuck.
I don't know what the hell you tried to cook up, bro.
Hey,
I saw the vision.
sometimes you shoot, you miss, bro. Whatever, bro. Sorry your brain wasn't quick enough to comprehend it, bro.
Stop.
4 letters. I never graduated math. Clearly.
I'll
never passed math.
Real quick. I'm going to go with the Bears. For some reasons that Chris alluded to, you have J.J. McCarthy, an inexperienced NFL quarterback. He's never officially played an NFL down. You kind of got to stray away from stuff like that. He does have the options to throw it to J.J. McCarthy, Justin Jefferson, but you take away the fact that he doesn't have like Jordan Addison to start off the season too because he's suspended. I just think it's going to be a rocky start for the Vikings. Do not expect them to be the world beaters that they were last year, right? I think it's a whole different team. I think there's going to be a lot of growing pains with J.J. McCarthy under center. So that's my outlook for the Vikings this season and mostly this game right now. Maybe we come back next week, and the Vikings somehow like beat the Bears or like demolish them, and we're singing a whole different tune, right? So I think those are the things that we got to look out for and not get too far ahead of ourselves. But in terms of right here, right now, inexperience, I don't think they're gonna have the wherewithal to beat this Bears team who has a little bit more going for them currently.
I think the Bears have a lot going for them too, but I don't think I'm going to discredit the Vikings in this matchup. I'm going to go with Minnesota. Listen, bro. I've seen this song and dance before with the Bears. We got a new coach. This is our year. I don't know. I don't see it. I'd rather see the Vikings go 1-0 than the Bears 1-0. I wish both teams could lose. Give me the Vikings. I have Justin Jefferson in my fantasy team. I hate both of these teams. I don't give a shit if any of them win or not. I hope they both tie. Give me the Vikings, though, I guess. That's how I feel.
That's a real great insight. I hate both teams.
Yeah.
That's great insight, dude. You got anything worthwhile to say about either team? Or?
No, I don't. I'm
Alright.
completely in the rearview mirror with both these teams. Not even.
It's week 1.
Looking past them.
Week 1.
It's
week
It's
1.
all good, bro.
Your team's not healthy.
We won't see you until week 11. Then your team's
Finally,
not even going to be healthy either.
We'll
none of our teams are going to be healthy.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will.
Man. All right, well, that is the finale there. I really am looking forward to this upcoming season with you boys.
Yeah.
Hopefully, all 3 of our teams have great success and let the best team prosper because I think that really drives how we
act
on this.
Last year was one of our teams
one year
only.
where all of our teams sucked.
Yeah.
We were just like, fuck.
There was a stretch last year where all of our teams were down bad. So I'm just really hoping all of our teams have great success this year. And, I'm just really excited for this upcoming year.
Hope we all win.
It's going to be a good time. Hopefully all our teams.
I love everybody, right, Justin? He always says that. I love that guy. Shout out to Justin Goldberg. Love that guy.
Any final words, Chrissy?
Escape it.
No, yeah, fun year ahead. Hopefully y'all follow along and pick along, and maybe we'll do some fun shit throughout the year. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lot more to come. Yeah.
I might get replaced. We'll see halfway through, but you never know.
They had the ejectocito cut. Send you out of here.
Chris might die again for a week. It might be the skeleton in the chair again or whatever. Everybody might
can't
die
anymore.
That deadbeat?
Yeah.
Dude, when I was grabbing some stuff, I saw it there, like just sitting there in the storage unit. I'm just like, no,
it's
dude,
like
no, I can't.
It's like the goblin mask.
Coward.
I left it behind me.
For Spooky Month.
Yeah, nah, it'll be out for October, but it will not be in a chair. Hopefully, we don't have no chair fill-ins this week. But I will be out next week, so there will not be a full The Boys game picks next week. But aside from that,
see you week 3.
Everything should be normal.
Yep.
Hit or miss sometimes. We'll see how it goes.
Yep.
Anyways, that wraps up week 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, we love you guys. Thank you very much, and have a great week 1. Peace.